So go up to Tennessee. They have like quarter comics.
We have quarter bins and methamphetamines. You do some meth, you can look for comics for a long time.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
I'm in such
What
a
did I
fucking
walk
mood.
into?
This is the show. This is the. So I just want to say thank you very much to all of our viewers. This is obviously our last show, and
reminder: this is TVMA, and this is why we have to throw this graphic up pretty often.
Not Near Mint is a show designed for audiences over the age of 18. If you're a viewer under the age of 18, please stop watching Not Near Mint. It's not that we don't want you as a fan. It's just that we'll probably get in trouble if you watch us.
Yeah.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Welcome to the Not Near Mint Show, everybody. It is Wednesday, January the 27th, 2021. It is 10 p.m. You know what that means. Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Well, yeah, he's still muted.
I can't unmute people.
Oh, sorry, I'm mute.
Hi.
It's my bad.
Cheers, everybody.
My bad.
This is a professional production, ladies and gentlemen. This is a
Of course
professional.
we're professional.
Poopy.
There we go. There we go. Hold on. Pinky up.
Did Ace just say poopies?
I said pinky.
Cleaning all the poop off my hands right now.
Now, we did just get back from the shop. I don't know how much y'all have read today. I only got a chance to bag board everything. Lady Fantastic, have you read anything?
I have not. I literally got home. I ate dinner. I bagged and boarded, and I watched some news, and now I'm here. How about you?
That sounds very, very reminiscent of what I did. How about you, Ace?
I read the first 20 chapters of Fire Force. That's all I've read.
Fire Force? The anime?
Yeah. Yeah, the manga. Yeah.
Hey, Ace.
Yeah.
How's your Chweenie?
That anime
She's
is so
good. How's your face?
My face or my cat?
Face.
It's all right.
That's good.
I can feel
awesome.
it.
I think I'm alive.
Can I feel it? Let me see.
Is this the Matrix?
Well, we're going to have a real weird show tonight, aren't we, everybody?
Yeah, it's already made it weird, so
damn.
let's just keep it with the weird vibe. I'm digging it.
Hope you feel
Right on.
better, William Smallville. Or
Oh, yeah.
I always say Smallville.
William
Smallville.
Smallville.
Sorry.
Mr. Smallwood. Smallville is close enough to be Superman as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's 2021. This whole month has been weird. Last week, we had Gail Simone stop by the show in the chat room, interacting with people. Lady Fantastic arrived minutes after she left. So hopefully she might come back today. We don't know, but we respect her immensely. I was so overjoyed when she showed up that I'm kind of glad that we just got out of the way, the high point for the rest of my year. So that way I have no more expectations.
Everything else from here is going to be a letdown.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
your facial expression was priceless.
Yeah, I mean, I guess realistically, she's probably just like a regular person, but she's a regular person who's created a breadth of stories that people freak out over. And so the phenomenon of like her product is so big that, you know, it's like, we don't want to be weird, but your shit's good.
listen, I'll tell you what, Secret Six was hands down one of the best series coming out of mainstream comics
at the time, 2006, 2007, 2008. Hands down, the best series. When you talk about a book that was fantastic all the way around, action, suspense, mystery, wonderful representation. They had ace relationships. They had bisexual relationships. They had lesbian relationships. I mean, it was very, from a representative standpoint, it was really great. And, it was nice to see a parademon and ragdoll having a loving relationship in that series. I don't care what anybody says. If you didn't like that, you're probably a sociopath. So, and that's Gail. That was all Gail. So anyway, sorry, I'm gushing still, even though she's not here. It was definitely the high point of my week, and I had sex twice. So,
with yourself. And now to Kirk.
I didn't pick up any books this week, unfortunately. But I didn't get a chance to tell you guys, besides Gail Simone last week, when we had Teacher's Lounge, famous YouTuber came into our well, he's famous to me because I love watching his content. I don't know if you guys have heard of Comics Explained. And I was just like, wait a minute.
I saw that. Comics Explained is like a fucking mess. He's a big dude. He's got millions of subs.
Yeah, almost 2 million. And I was just like, wait a minute, what? Wait, what? Is this this someone just named after him? But it's like, wait, no, this is
it was him. I thought it was Mystic. But then, there was a good 2-year period that he rocked me to sleep at night. Like, I fucking put his shit on and fell asleep to the stories of the Marvel universe.
Yep, that's how I learned about all of Jane Foster Thor's through him, and just Jason Aaron's Thor.
That's
before
awesome.
I had a chance to read it. So it was really cool to see him and actually interacting with small comic book channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was definitely a highlight.
Not that small because he came and talked to you, dude. I mean,
right?
Obviously, he came for a reason.
Lady says he's just a normal person like you or me, maybe a little less normal, maybe a little more normal, but he reads comics just like us. The only difference is he's a walking Wikipedia, but more than that, he's an infectious, fun, analytical person.
I would love to see him and Lady go at it in X-Men lore, because he's he believes he's the number one expert in X-Men.
Yeah, but see, he does he also does DC. I'm not sure if he does indie or not.
I don't think he does. I've never seen him do indie, but I just found out that he has a Pop Culture Explains channel too. So maybe he does on there.
Yeah, the pop culture guy or it's the comic historian or whatever.
I follow him too. He's cool too.
I like him, but dude, I cannot do his voices. And it's shitty of me, and but I can't do the voices, dude.
At one point, they were doing they're all cool together, but they're at one point.
Yeah, they're really they are. They know each other and stuff because there's also.
Yeah, they had a podcast for a while, and then he left and did his own thing.
There's another group of them too. That's a couple of guys and a girl or whatever, and they sit on a couch and they basically talk about different storylines or whatever.
Nice.
But anyways,
Stephanie.
It's neither here
what's up, Dusty Brick? What's up, Al? What's going on, dude?
Thanks.
Dude, Dusty Brick Brown, man, he was posting. He posted today on IG director's cut and just regular A cover of House of M #1. Inside Ribbage art and freaking.
A series I've wanted to read for a long time,
dude.
Before we even found out about WandaVision.
So I think he's probably posting it because of that. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that's happening, and I mean, poor Wanda. She just. I mean, they're clearly integrating parts of that along with some of the Vision storyline, with some other things that I'm not quite familiar with.
I have some of the 1980s Vision and Scarlet Witch story, but I don't have the Tom King run.
That portion where he turns white. That's right around the time when she originally lost her mind. She finds out about the two kids not being real, that she created abstractly from a relationship that never truly existed, and they took hints of the Vision and Scarlet Witch, especially towards that issue 12, and then elements of Tom King and a little hint of House of M. And when she goes, no, and everything rewinds.
Yep.
Point where I go,
watch that video from Comics Explained too.
Have any of you tried to explain WandaVision and its melding of these multiple different storylines to any of the straights out there? You know, the people who are like, oh, I like the shows and movies. Let's see this one.
I have suggested it to my my roommates, and some of my roommates have heard it from like their parents and friends that it's a good show. So hopefully they'll enjoy it.
My oldest son is watching the show. He's really into it, and you know, he's watched all the Marvel shows, all the movies. He's watched all that stuff already. You know, he's dabbled in comics. He's got like 2 long boxes of comics, you know. And he literally looked at me like a deer in headlights, and that's somebody with a baseline, you know, in comics. So when I try to explain, you know, how they're taking elements from all these different stories to make WandaVision, you know, he gets excited about it and then comes back and he tells me, well, you know, all the stuff they're talking about on, I don't know, Reddit or whatever the fuck kids go on nowadays. And,
what subreddit are you following?
Wall
You know,
Street, GameStop.
fuck, man. If you bought GameStop to screw that hedge fund, real quick, I'm sorry I don't break on the show, but if you personally bought stock in GameStop to screw that hedge fund, this is for you.
Fuck you, Milton.
Fuck you, hedge funders. Fuck you.
Y'all a damn hedge fund.
Well, we just went down 400 subscribers. Apparently, we had a lot of hedge fund fans. I don't know.
What's up, Dusty?
After how we began the year, I'm not worried, I'm not astonished, nor am I shocked. But for Dusty Brick Brown, if you would like to have a word with anybody about X-Men, while I have a lot of X-Men, the person here to talk to about X-Men would clearly be Caroline.
I think he's talking about Rob from Comics Explained. You guys have the same name.
Yeah.
Well,
I might have all this stuff. Well, I might have some knowledge. The way that he connects everything together is something that I don't have the ability to do.
I'm listening to his
Look, I'm just gonna be straight up. I feel like Dusty's been around long enough, and I've listened to him speak like on his roundtable. He knows a lot about X-Men.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if I'm. Whereas I know certain things about X-Men, and I'm very focused on like certain storylines. I feel like his breadth is probably much larger than mine, just based on the way that he talks and his collection. Like, look, I know a good X-Men game, but that doesn't mean that I'm the biggest X-Men gamer out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I have to tip my cap just based on what I've heard Dusty talk about in terms of the X-Men. It's his mind is, he's much more, he remembers a lot of shit. Let me put it that way.
You know,
I'm trying to compliment. I'm just trying to compliment.
That
I know what you're saying.
That's very valid. I pride myself on my Kirby knowledge and my love of Jack Kirby, and I found something out today, which the only word that describes it is flabbergasted me. And it wasn't about Jack specifically, but about somebody else. And we can get into it later in the show if you want. You know, it kind of fits into the topic later. But yeah, it doesn't matter how much you know. There's always somebody out there who probably knows more.
Always.
That's why this particular hive mind is great, because every one of us has some areas of expertise that can help complement the others.
Yeah, it's just
That's
like
right.
a mom told me. I had a teacher tell me long ago that everybody that you will ever meet will know something that you don't.
Yeah.
I tell my students that all the time. Like when they correct me, I'm like, I don't know everything. You guys teach me just like I teach you. What's up, future?
So Ace, you're really kind of drowning us with conversation. Is there a reason for that?
Come on, Ace. Oh.
Hey, everybody. Ace is on the show.
And by the way,
I was muted.
Comic Wednesday.
No.
I'm pretty
I was
sure
muted.
she picks up books. So what did you get today? Do you want to show us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guest has to go first.
Okay. Well, I picked up some stuff for Rob this weekend and today.
Ooh.
I don't know why you're so nice.
Uh,
Because he's excited like a little kid.
So I got that.
Yes, I love that
oh,
comment.
yeah.
You're speaking my language now.
Poor Larry.
Oh, I need that.
That's a great one.
Something awesome.
Hey, Fuchsia and God Tank.
Ooh.
There
That's a
was
good one to finish.
there was no such thing as a bad cover. Ooh, that's
Oh, you got that for
nice.
Rob?
Yeah.
What number is it?
23.
23.
Is that a variant?
No.
Oh.
Regular cover with bullseye.
Ooh, redneck. That's a
Redneck.
Jason Aaron?
Yeah.
Done again.
Yeah, I gotta read that. Ooh.
What issue
Wow.
number is it?
Is that number 2?
no.
That has to be like 4 or 5 or
4,
8.
yeah.
8.
8,
That's
yeah.
a great issue.
The 9.
Nice.
Damn.
I am so close to finishing Rom.
I know.
That's right.
Dude, you remember like 10 years ago, like every place you went, you were like shoveling ROMs out of the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But you couldn't get rid of the fucking things, man.
It took Aaron on Twitter saying that it's my favorite comic for me to go, okay, I'll give it a shot.
It's
Right.
really good, dude. Like I've been reading it since I started collecting.
Dude,
Ooh,
Aaron on
Oh, damn, that's fire.
that is. I
That's
agree.
beautiful.
You're
I mean-
beautiful.
Meow, meow, meow. Back at ya.
our man Aaron Myers probably has somewhere in the vicinity of 6 figures of comics, and if he calls out a comic as his favorite series, that should stand out. Oh, I like that. What is that?
Cult of Dracula.
What is it?
Cult of Dracula from
Ah.
Second Sight Publishing.
I'd heard about this one. I didn't realize that was out yet.
Yeah, someone told me it's run by like Black queer folks, so I was just like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, support y'all.
Yeah.
That one.
Yummy.
That's great. Is that the A cover?
I think it's the C
I think
cover.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's the.
Yeah.
I think the A cover is that crazy one with all the like Thanksgiving shit on it.
I don't think so. The Expanse.
It's nice.
My booty.
Ah.
Syrah. That's the stuff that you have in your blood. That's protein rich. Something. Okay, cool. Dusty, you're very humble. Because frankly, you could, metric shit ton about X-Men. Which one is that? Is that Miskatonic?
And Kindness of Ravens, number 5.
Damnable.
I thought it was Mercy. Ooh, Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks
Van
really.
This
Hey, what does
one,
OAN stand for?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, well, I'm 49 now. Well, Dusty said OAN. I don't know.
I don't think he means the news network.
No, I know he doesn't, but I'm just trying. I don't know any of those. On another note, okay, because I was thinking like, yeah. But will you go back to the god dead, the dead? What is it? The one where gods are getting slayed.
I'm done.
Find them when they're
Stop
dead.
throwing my face.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at my LCS. I don't think they had them. I don't know. I need to go back and look. Because I have 1 through 4, and I have 1 through 4 on the Unkindness of Ravens, the B cover, like the Virgin variants. Do you have all the Virgin variants for that one?
No, I just have like 2 of them, I think.
Meow. Okay.
So
Is that all?
everything?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That was like all of the independents that came out today.
Are you an
Basically,
independent woman, Ace?
yes. What Destiny's Child taught me to be.
Yeah. She helped us all. They helped us all.
So who wants to show books next?
Miracleman.
I'll go next.
All
I'll
right.
work with you.
All right.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
So I don't know. I didn't get a lot of back. I don't think I got any back issues this week, but I did get obviously today's books, and then I got a little delivery of some books that my brother had ordered for me.
Oh, is he an older or younger? He's younger.
Younger. Yeah. Yeah.
By how many years?
Many
Many?
years
Really?
younger.
Really?
Many years younger, actually.
So your parents were like, "Hey,"
Yes,
and then
my
they were
parents.
like,
Well,
they were
you
like,
know,
"Oh, shit."
here's the way I explained it to him. I was very much planned. I'm the first child. We had they my mom and dad got married. Within a year, she was like, I want to have a kid, and so boom, here am I, like a year and a half, 2 years after my mom and dad get married, I was born. My brother is more than a decade later.
Nice.
Take
Oops.
of that what you will.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Maria Lovett's Loud. This is from Black Mask. Maria Lovett does Faithless. That's you can tell very clearly from her art style. Very erotic artist. Everything is corsets and bustiers and thigh highs, and I'm not complaining. But very unique art style. This book has I want to say 12 lines of dialogue on the whole thing. Just so everybody knows. A good book though. I immensely enjoyed it.
Hey, Miracle Man, shouldn't we bring this up about what happened last week?
Well,
What happened last week?
We'll pause real quick and we can discuss that. How's that sound?
We'll pause for just one moment. So
go ahead, Rob.
Funny thing that happened, and then I'll toss it off to all of you all.
I'm saying don't give anything oxygen, but I'm also a biochemist.
Yeah, well, somebody reported us for sexuality and nudity, and on YouTube, if somebody does that once, they will initially pull a video down. You can go ahead and say, well, there was nothing of the sort, because we don't do that. We're comic books. And they let us be put back up. But that happened last week, so if anybody wanted to know why we were taken down, there you go. And you know what we say about that?
Damn straight. Yeah. So whoever our hate watcher is, who regularly goes in and hits that thumb down. First of all, thanks for the view. I hope you hate all of our videos and watch every one of them. Go ahead and give us those thumbs downs. Number one, we don't give a shit. Number two, it still counts for us as a view. And number three, you know what you accomplished? You accomplished to take off the video for approximately 2-3 hours, something like that, and the video's right back. I don't know if you got mad because we were making fun of Trumpkins last week. I mean, y'all did just try to overthrow the country. I don't know if you got mad that we had one of the greatest living creators, Gail Simone, in the chat. But I'm sorry that your life is so sad that you have to hate watch comic book shows on YouTube. But maybe get over it and move on. Because we're going to keep doing the show, and you're never going to stop us.
You know how we're going to move on?
Show comics.
Here's the next book.
So here we have Kaiju School. Kaiju, right? Kaiju.
I'm sure.
Y'all know what that word is. Score.
Kaiju. Yeah, no, it's Kaiju.
Number 3 from Aftershock. I love Aftershock. They're putting out some badass books, man. Excuse me. And I was a little bit late on it. But I did pick up our boy David Pepos' book, which came out from Aftershock, and I'm quickly digging through the pile because I wanted to show that one next. And of course, it's going to be the dead last book that here it is, Scout's Honor #1. It was a bomb ass story.
Oh, I still need to read my copy. It's on the top of my read pile.
I don't know if my LCS got.
Oh, so good. So good. I can't even tell you. I couldn't put it down. I ripped through it. I went back and I went through the details again. I went through everything in the back. I even read the stuff that they did, like a little bios about the creators. I even read that. I even read that. That's how good this book is.
Read everything.
I read the goddamn ads. So anyway, I loved it. David, if you watch the show, if you ever pop in and watch, man, it was a bomb ass story. I told him on Twitter. We talked already.
Is that a variant?
What's that?
Resistance Reborn. Because I had that issue.
This one came out a little while ago. I just got mine. It's actually the B cover.
Oh, nice.
It's only a one shot, but this was the B cover.
Yeah, I grabbed it too.
Yeah, that came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it came out a little bit ago. I got a couple here that actually I think might have come in from an order, because I got Tarna here. My brother ordered some books for me. I got that Tarna there, that first issue of Tarna from Humanoids or Heavy Metal, which is the fine young lady from the original Heavy Metal cartoon. I also got, and we didn't get them on the show, it just never worked out, a Kickstarter pickup came in, Burn Residue #1. You're right about that, Dusty. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing but shine on this show. Anyway, so that came in. It was pretty good. I haven't finished the story yet because I was reading it right before the show started. It was actually pretty good for a Kickstarter book.
Oh, that cover is great.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I'll send you his info if you want to take a look at it.
For sure.
Kickstarter goes up. Fearless Dawn. I don't know if any of y'all have ever read Fearless Dawn.
I can't say I have.
This is think Tank Girl.
Oh,
Kinda.
hold on.
Oh, nice.
Need to add that to my list then.
It was. I love this. They did a Fearless Dawn and Hellboy crossover, came out a little while ago, and I started reading up on Fearless Dawn. They kicked the shit out of Nazis. Right. She deals with the undead, zombies, evil creatures, very Hellboy-esque in that regard, but with a sense of humor to it. Highly recommend every one I've read from these Fearless Dawn books. I just loved. Really good. This is Donna Mia #1. And this is the reason my brother did an order for me. Avatar has been dumping all these old high-end books that they have in their warehouse. Donna Mia came out in like 2000.
Definitely the art.
Yeah, right. It might have even been 99. It's a black and white cover, but if you can't tell, this is the blue foil variant. See the Donna Mia up there?
Yep.
Yeah. So now these were normally unsellable. Like you had to buy like 100 copies of a book and you'd get like one copy of this. But I got this for $10. I was super stoked. There's that Department of Truth one. I said Thanksgiving, and it reminds me of Thanksgiving. I don't know if you have any crosses like that at your Thanksgiving. But there's the Lady in Red right there. And then I got, Walking Dead 6.
Oh, nice.
And 7.
Oh, that's a great cover.
I'm just going to buy the whole damn series in color. I got the whole thing in black and white. I'm still going to do it. I don't care. And I picked up I didn't have this one yet. I just picked it up. Thunderbolts, that King in Black.
Special. Oh, nice. Let me know if the time's worth reading. I just finished reading the Iron Man Doom one. That was really good.
It's very much like they were really leaning to the Suicide Squad element, which is, not the way it started, but clearly the way that it turned into over time.
Is this the group that Kingpin put together?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense because they actually showed that in one of the times, and I was like,
"There you go."
What is this about?
Without a doubt. Yeah, there you go. Little weird book here.
She's awesome.
This nice lady does not get naked, so don't worry about that.
What's up, Tyler?
This is from American Mythology Productions. They're doing like the other John Carter book. So John Carter's at Dynamite, but they're doing like Vic Vinegar of Venus and like like Paulie Paulson of Pluto and shit.
That's an AF-15 homage.
Yeah.
Right. I saw it. I had to get it.
Yeah.
There's Heavy number 4. Origins number 3.
I haven't gotten Origins 3 yet.
I need to read it. I need to
I'm
read
pissed.
the Origins.
Man's World number 1. Which is another Awa book. Happy Hour number 3.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Right. There's that Batman Catwoman from a couple days back.
Oh, that was a good read, dude. That was
Usagi Yohimbo, Wanderer's Road. There's that Peach Momoko cover. Y'all know I got to get me that peach.
Uh-huh.
Got to get me that peach.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of, here is Unsacred number 2. That one's a little bit older, but Unsacred number 3 came out today, and there's my other
the second run, right? Or is this the
Volume 2?
Yeah.
Volume 2.
Six,
Sure. I was kind of like, I wasn't sure if it was a good read or not.
I think so. At the beginning of it's clearly it was like a bunch of like webtoons that they did, and they put it in they put it in a comic form, and so it doesn't quite work at first. But then as it progresses, you can tell, okay, now we switch to this actually being a comic. The story's tighter, the narrative's tighter, but it wasn't a great ending to the first volume, so I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up volume 2. It kind of ended. It wasn't. There was not like it didn't feel like it got anywhere.
I am a slut for all things Meet Grandolfo, and I didn't pick up the second volume to it, so that should tell you something. Right.
The first one, I was really just let down by the end of it. But the art's beautiful. The peach covers. Again, I can't pass up a peach.
Yeah. That's crazy.
This is another Awa book.
Let me take a selfie.
Year 0, Volume 2, issue number 3. There's the zombies down there. So this is a zombie book, guys, but it's very unique. I've talked about this before. Basically, see each one of these little 4 pictures here?
Yeah, they're all stories of a different one.
All different stories.
Huh.
So you get like 2 pages in one part of the world. Like one part of the world is like a fishing family off of the coast of Maine, and the next part is a drug kingpin in Sao Paulo who's got his compound locked down, and
eventually they're all going to convalesce.
They don't. They didn't in the first one.
In the end, they did.
No, in the end, they did not. They did not do it. They did not. They were.
So that's interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're all their own stories. And then, like an absolute sucker, I'm just buying these future state. I just can't help myself. Batman, Superman, Legion of Superheroes. I forget who that is. I didn't read that yet. There's your alternate cover to Kara Zor-El, Superwoman. There's your Suicide Squad. Listen, Suicide Squad came out today, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are a DC fan, this backup story, Black Adam backup story, so far, best story out of all the Future State books.
Oh wow!
Hands down, best one so far. There's Superman versus Impervious Lex. And then Legion, I think it actually came out last week. X-Men 17.
I saw that today. It's a great cover, man.
And last but not least, Strange Adventures number 8 came out, and I got the Mitch cover because it's not Mitch, but if you look, what's Adam Strange saying there on the cover?
What?
I cannot.
He's saying something in Iranian, but it looks like Mitch, right?
Yeah.
That's because they're talking to Mitch. They're actually saying to because Mitch Gerard's is the so Doc Jainer's doing one set of covers, Mitch Gerard's doing the others.
Oh,
interesting.
Wow.
So I believe this is Doc writing to Mitch with just teasing him a little bit.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I think that's it. I'm gonna double check, see if this is the Doc Jainer cover.
Oh, that's great.
I think it is. And then actually that's the last book I got. That was Avengers 41 there.
Oh yeah, I need to catch up on the Avengers.
So, you know what? I did get one more. It was the Oversized because it came out today. And I'm not going to lie. I had a tough time reading the first one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this up. The other history of the DC universe.
I got that too. You don't have to worry about that continuing. It's only 2 issues. You know how you know? Flip to the last page and you see everyone walking away in the sunset like the cover to SM50.
Is that issue 1?
Each one's gonna be like that. This is issue 2. Black Lightning at the very end of it was talking about how he's hung up his costume. Now this is Mal Duncan and Bumblebee. This is the DC universe's history, but told through the eyes of the heroes of color.
Bumblebee Tuna.
I was thinking the same thing.
She's Bumblebee, and he is I forget what he's called in this. His real name's Mal Duncan, but Virtuoso or something with a V in this one. But he's gone by several. He was the Guardian for a while, and he's been different heroes through different times. So for a while, he just went by Mal. But they're a married couple. They're not founding Teen Titans, but they were part of the '60s team of Teen Titans. And this gives you a great look into the history. I did see one scene that I was excited to see, and that was this one, because Mal and Bumblebee were there for the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh, that's rad.
And it kind of gives their perspective of Kara Zor-El and Kal-El's relationship.
Oh, cool, man. That's cool.
know? Yeah.
That's cool.
So that there I'm a little excited to get to. So
now who's writing on that, man?
it was John Ridley.
Oh,
John Ridley. So he did the 12 Years a Slave.
Interesting.
So they this was hyped. I think it was originally scheduled for a 2019 release.
Oh God!
And then they pushed it. They pushed it back in the beginning of 2020, and then it got I think COVID fucked it up, and they pushed it all the way back to 2021. I mean, the first issue came out end of 2020, but
so Planet Arizona makes a very astute observation in saying that the Phoenix Force is kind of like an STD. Everyone eventually gets it.
That's horrible.
It's not true. They just give it to everybody.
Caroline, you all get the Phoenix Force. Oh my God, I feel an itch somewhere.
I know. That's what I was like.
Right.
You get a Phoenix Force, and you get a Phoenix Force, and we're all getting Phoenix Forces.
That doesn't sound as exciting as getting a car and having to pay for the taxes. That still sounds. It doesn't. I'd rather pay the taxes. So that is it for me tonight.
Oh wow!
I know.
Okay.
I never shut the fuck up.
We're only 40 minutes in. We talked for 10. Yeah, just like COVID.
Dude, I love you, man. I just like giving you a hard time.
Oh, I know. I'm good. I'm teasing back.
Yeah, and I am an inherently impatient person. So it helps me. It's like my little.
No worries. No worries.
Well, it's not your fault. Fuck. There's more important shit. All right, who's showing next?
You apparently.
Huh?
You apparently.
Okay, I'll show next. So these are my. Okay, these are the ones that I picked up at the LCS today. This is Department of Truth, issue 5, B cover. Strange Academy number 7. I really wanted to get this one. It's a variant, a second line. So it's like they're this band, kind of playing and going on. So I think it's great. Meow meow. And then we've got dude, Captain Marvel 25. It's the Aliens variant. It's just like Aliens, where it's Sigourney Weaver as Ridley and her cat. I'm sorry. This is so badass to me.
I love it.
I know. Is it not amazing? It's
How did I miss that? That is beautiful.
Fucking best thing ever. So, anyways, and so they had a bunch of like older Captain Marvels that they hadn't gotten rid of. This is Trad Moore, and I've really, he's been doing some cool trippy stuff, and so I picked this up. This is all obviously like Kamala Khan and she's nullified. And this was an issue 22, and this is like a horror, the horror variants, but it's a Captain Marvel Unleashed alien invader. So she actually goes and invades the planet of the Skrulls. So she's the alien. Yeah. Yeah, it is sick, isn't it? Here, gotta show it again. You guys, get on this cover. This is an awesome homage to Ripley from Alien. If you like
I'm
the
absolutely gonna have to find that specific cover.
And then I picked this up because I'm trying to find the Women of Power, like the little subsets. I have one that's Captain Marvel, and I have a Miss Marvel one, and I have a Devil Dinosaur one, and now I've got this. So I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, I found this one today in the back issues. This is just a back issue pickup. This is Civil War II Zero, like a sketch variant. I thought it was pretty rad. It's got the old kind of crazy Nick Fury, Deadpool, and Clint Barton, Hawkeye. That's what it looks to me. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot.
Well, here's something you're right about. You have the first appearance of a cameo of the new Wasp.
And then I found this. Champions number 14. So we've got Vision. Isn't it Viv? I think that's Viv Vision.
Viv Vision.
Yeah. So there you go. And this is the Sumerian. What is it called? Red Nails, I think, or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember when that came out.
Yeah.
Number 2. And this variant was too great because this is what is it? The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And there's I had to get this. Tell me what you think, Mr. Miracleman? Fuck, sorry.
Tell you what I think.
Cool,
yeah,
I love it. That's a great cover.
Isn't it fun?
They've been doing phenomenal variant covers on all those Sumerian books. I don't know. Every one of them's bomb. And here's the thing: it's from who's that publisher? Ablaze, right?
Yeah, I got the Hey, read more. I got the Venom Aliens one too, as well. So, and then sorry, this is my second chunk, but it's my last chunk. This was these. So all of those that I just showed were from either New Comic Book Day or back issues. And then these were from the 50 cent bin. So I'm working on Defenders, but I found 122. I can't remember if I have it or not. So it was 50 cents. 126.
Nice.
135. Got Iceman.
So, did it turn into New Defenders or?
It's the original. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can.
It's the original Defenders run, but the original Defenders run was like a rotating team. It was never supposed to be a solid team of heroes. New Defenders is when it became a solid team of heroes. And, you know, in my opinion, it wasn't, you know, it didn't have that magic. You know, it only lasted another, I mean, it lasted like another 30 issues, but that's 2.5 years. But for a title of second stringers that lasted over 100 issues, you know, it was kind of a bummer.
Actually, this is these were 50 cents, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to leave these. They're great. So Treasure Island, Classic Comics, number 15.
Nice.
Right? And Ivanhoe, 16.
I know nothing about an Ivanhoe, but who's the artist on that cover?
On this one?
Yeah.
Let me crack her open.
That?
Ivanhoe, the chief artist.
Does it even tell you?
It says Jess Lodleman or Jodleman.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
That's a great cover. That one really stands out. It gave me, as soon as I saw it, it gave me Kirby, like an initial Kirby feel.
It gives you a rainbow. It's the rainbow.
That's true.
It's all of the yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the colors, all the lines, all just sort of thrown onto the page.
Right.
With a little bit of Kirby-esque lines for the artist.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Somebody said something about.
It looked like Hunger Dogs trying to kill like a new god. That's what that cover made me think of instantly.
All right, now this is some stuff that I got either in the mail. So starting here is Southern Comic Geek. He and I trade back and forth, and so I got this Gwenum versus Carnage. It's a variant cover, and then also just the A cover.
Ooh,
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah,
have you seen the second print?
What's that?
Have you seen the second print to what that looks like?
No.
Oh, I will pull that up. 1 second. Keep going.
I heeded your advice, Mr. Miracleman.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
I'm very Southern, so it's like I want to say Mr. anyways.
Oh, I understand.
So, this is the first appearance of the Brazilian, like Wonder Women.
Yep, the lost Amazonian tribe of Brazil.
Yeah. So, thank you, man. Thank you, Southern Comic Geek or whatever. Hey, everybody. And then I had the second print to this, but this is actually
nice.
What do you call it? Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue 25 lenticular cover. And I have to do what Southern Comic Geek says. He says, and it lenticulates to the original cover, Fantastic Four cover. So, yeah.
That's a lenticular that works right. So many of those did not work well.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, put it on the share screen. This is the cover to the second print of Gwenum versus Carnage.
Ooh.
It was on FOC last week. I think I sent y'all a text about this, but oh my God, I want this. I don't believe they put out an image on what that thing looked like for FOC. It just dropped over the weekend, and I'm glad I put it on my FOC.
She looks like she does the P90X. So then I got the Incredible Hulk, where it's issue 629, where it's She-Hulk versus, well, regular Hulk. So I was really excited to get that. I love the She-Hulk run. Go ahead.
Is that Bruce or is that Amadeus?
Greg Pak. This is probably actually Amadeus, but I need to check.
Yeah, it looks like Amadeus' face.
It's Frank Cho and Greg Pak. That's Amadeus. It's got to be.
Got to be.
They're the ones that did the other shit.
Right.
This is saying this is saying Hulk and She-Hulk, aka Bruce Banner and his ex-wife Betty Ross.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, this is Brucey. Brucey McBruce face. Well, I know in the earlier 600s, it's also just Regs Bruce.
Okay.
Because
I lost sight of the Hulk at that point. I was reading the Red Hulk run.
You know what? That's more. There are more things that you lost sight of.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
There was even a Hulk's plural series that I think Mark Waid was writing.
I remember.
I have been properly shamed, Lady Fantastic.
This is issue Thor 16 of the most recent run back from Jason Aaron. The last issue of the run. Ace, it's not Ace, but Max Comics. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that? Max Comics. She got this for me at one of the auctions from Southern Comic Geeks, and I wanted it, but you know how people will do that. I was just really like, oh man, thank you. That's really nice of you, because I collect the anniversary 3 frames.
That's cool.
The problem. Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And then this Moon Knight also. So this one is Mark Spector.
Sick.
This
That's
is
great.
It's Norman Rockwell. So
yeah,
it's like, you know, he's doing. This is issue 15.
Is that Sudan?
Yes, it is. It is.
It's got to be Sudan, right?
They're his signature.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah. So I just think this is so great, man.
That's
I can't.
great.
Yeah. And then like you see the other little pictures of the characters that he's drawn.
Yeah. So cool.
So great. And then
Good old Moon Knight.
I got this in the mail. Thor God of Thunder 25 variant edition. So now I have 2 different God of Thunder issue 25 variants.
Yeah, that's the one that I have.
Okay, that's the one. Okay. Because I was like, dude, I know you have one. So I got
this cover. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yeah. So I have this one, and then I have another issue 25. I don't have the regs, but I do have 2 variants. Do 2 regs? To do variants equal a reg?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
And then finally, the little coup de grace is I got this in today. That's my first 10 center that I got on my own, and it's Adventures into the Unknown, issue 89. Watch King Arthur's court come to thrilling life and a tense tale of action. It's the magic throne, and then this guy's like, "Hey, how did I get here? With with knights and a dragon." And I butchered that, but it's great to me. 1957. Don't laugh.
Alright, my laugh back.
Hey, look, a kitty.
What?
And also, I'm just going to show this again because Rob gave it to me from Jesse Simon, and it was signed by Jesse Simon. And Jesse Simon is the grandson of the famous Joe Simon Simon and Kirby is the great duo that did this, but they also were the fathers of comic industry. And this is Pre-Code, and this is a Harvey Comics. It's the only Golden Age thing that I own, and I'm very proud of it. And that is what you call nerd flexing.
How does somebody?
I can nerd flex.
Nerd flex.
I can nerd flex. Last week I got Gail Simone on the show.
That's a nerd flex.
That's a flex. That's a flex.
Shh.
I couldn't do that.
Look at Gilda. Just look at Gilda and deal with it.
All right, so Kirk, do you have any books that you want to show?
No, I didn't pick up any books this week.
I have a smaller stack here. It's not enormous or anything, but let's take a look. Let me switch the camera, and here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at something. Look at you. Hi, everybody. So,
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi. So I got the other history of the DC universe, and I thought that this was only going to be 2 issues. I was told that at the comic shop today. I guess maybe I'm wrong, but I probably would have preferred picking this up in a large hardcover because it feels like that's what's really deserved in a story.
What is this about large and hard?
Ooh.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm being very sophomoric with my humor tonight. Not worth it.
Hey, last week, all it took was Miracleman and the yelling to me, "Rob, shut up! Shut up!" I'm going, why are you telling me to shut up?
I may get us banned for sexual content yet. So just watch out.
Shoot for the stars. That's what I
know.
regular cover. There was a variant that looked pretty cool that came out today, but I didn't get that one. Just like I got this instead of the Alien cover that Lady Fantastic got, because I made a mistake today. Oops.
We all make mistakes.
At least I got Daredevil. It's a tie-in, so I don't know if they're going to be continuing the storyline that's really been unfolding with Mr. Fisk. This story I haven't really been following, but holy shit, is that an ultimate nullifier on the cover?
Yeah, it sure is.
Someone
I might have to start reading from here. Ultimate nullifier? Yes, please.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, this was the only Alien cover that I got this week. And every issue of Shang-Chi I have is the variant, so of course I get this.
Nice.
Just like Strange Academy, every issue that I have, with the exception of the first. The first is the Scotty Young variant. I got Art Adams for every one of these covers, so I am a fan of Art Adams. Just like I really dug the fuck out of this cover. Holy shit, this is a cool looking werewolf.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad, man. I
haven't read any of the series. I have issues 1 through 3. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Getting around to things. I don't have a lot of time. Just like Excalibur, I now have a small stack of X-Men building that I am now backlogged on, and if it starts getting too big, it might turn into my next Flash collection.
Too late for me.
Yeah. So Marvel, please stop putting out so many X-Men books. Yes, I do want to read that X-Men Legends that comes out in a couple weeks or so, because apparently it's going to fill in the holes of storylines that we never got resolved. And I want to read that, but won't that be like what, the 25th 25th X-Men title that's coming out every month?
I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
I'll stick with this though. If I see Al Ewing, if I see Hickman, if I see Zdarsky on a book, I will be picking it up sight unseen. And tell me this, with the cross hatching right in here, does that look like a finger mark? Because when I was at the shop, I was flipping through about like 4 copies because I felt that somebody took their grubby little thumb and put it right there on the cover, and now it's color rub. And then I went, oh yeah, no, that's just cross hatching. I'm an idiot.
Grubby little thumbs, I'm telling you.
Got this cover.
Yes.
Love this story. I'm glad that Ace is finally getting on board with that.
I haven't read any of it yet, but I've been buying it.
Well, that's a start. Got to start somewhere.
This was something that nobody at my shop ordered today. I was the only person.
Just for issue number 1. That's a great series.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the first issue is a lot of fun, violent as hell, and it's apocalyptic stuff. I read
cannibals.
You give me cannibals, you give me zombies, you give me a world where buildings have collapsed and society has fallen, and I am all over it. Having that said, here's Spawn that I don't read.
That's not on your pull, is it?
It is on my pull. I try and get the cover everybody wants just so that one day I can get rid of all of my Spawn to make room for something that I really want, like a Dave Stevens cover. I'm sorry guys, this is the spoiler variant. I don't know if this actually is a spoiler, but maybe I should just go ahead and drop that banner in the link there. Don't I have that here somewhere? Spoiler alert, this is the spoiler cover to We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I have not read it yet, so I don't understand how that's a spoiler. But if I did spoil it for anybody, sorry, not sorry. All right, this is the Batman the Animated Adventures, issue 8. I'm 2 issues behind on that now.
Right. 7 was really good.
I'm looking forward. It's in my read pile that's over here, but I will get to it soon. Just like issue 1 of this. I have it, haven't read it yet. And here comes another thing, which I've only read the first issue to and went, I'll read it when it's finally all the way out. And here we get the future state, and I agree with a lot of people. Most of this is going to be trash, but we pick up the first and second issues, just hoping that maybe, even if you don't get a first appearance, maybe you'll get a good story. I haven't read it yet. I haven't read nothing today. This is the future state Batman Superman. It looks like Art Adams, but
yeah, it is.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Yeah, got Art Adams.
Yeah,
love me my art. This is Dark Detective issue 2, the B cover.
Nice.
The Suicides. Oh no, this is Legion of Superheroes with your. I don't know what the hell that is either.
I think that's a new character.
I like it. It looks aesthetically pleasing. It's orange. It has a skull on it. People seem to be loving the red X, so yeah, why the fuck not?
Right.
Speaking of why the fuck not, despite the fact the last issue of Suicide Squad, they decided to not be the Suicide Squad anymore. They want to become like something better. So the Suicide Squad doesn't exist anymore, right? So hey, Suicide Squad number 1 in the fucking future, like. Nothing sticks in comics. Not death, not births, not age, nothing. The new writer can always walk something back. And I'm pretty sure the writers of this already did a political comedy drama that a lot of people liked. And based on that, I should probably like it too. And I'm a fan of Mr. Terrific. I have every issue. Looking forward to finally reading it when it gets to issue 12. And that is every issue I got today, because I'm pretty sure I did show this. So those were all the books.
Very cool.
Is it though? I feel like a hoarder sometimes.
Yeah, same.
That sounded like hoarding.
No, it's my recycling.
Same difference.
I'm like,
and from Arizona, is it only 25? I was guesstimating, but if somebody told me it was 18, if somebody told me it was 24, I would probably just smile and nod politely. And Department of Truth. Is Department of Truth going to be ongoing, or is this going to be a close-end miniseries? I'm curious.
That's a good question.
It's got to end. That only has a story arc, man. You can't keep jamming in every crazy ass conspiracy into that thing. Eventually, you run out.
I don't know. Look what they're doing with Once and Future. We're now on issue 15. It still feels like it probably could have wrapped up in, what was it, 5 or 6 issues, but it's still been pretty solid all the way up until now.
True.
But that's the thing when it comes to independent books, you can decide to end it right at 6 issues or think that you're probably going to get shit canned after 6 issues like Robert Kirkman did with Walking Dead. And then, wait a second, this thing's making money? Wait a second, it's not a miniseries. But you said it was a miniseries. Shut the fuck up. It's an ongoing now. With independence, you can do that.
100 issues later.
Yeah, I think with Marvel and DC, you have to work with a lot more guidelines. Like, the question of will the fans care, will they accept it, aren't really the questions they ask. Whereas the questions they want to ask are more along the lines of how much money will we sell? How much money will we make if we retitle this with a new issue number 1? Hey, event series, everybody. Work this into your script.
Yeah, they do that.
Oh,
nice. No.
She was like, I'm done.
We start bitching and complaining about comics, and the one time she wants to actually complain. Bye.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of a tired granny tonight.
That's why I'm drinking coffee.
I don't have access to coffee.
But before coming on, I was talking with my best friend Rufo, and we were on the phone for about an hour. I did no research for the episode tonight because I just wanted to shoot the shit and talk. And
that's fine.
Yeah, I like that you can do whatever you want to do over at usually an independent company. But more or less, if your stuff doesn't sell, at least 3,000 comics in order to keep money in your pockets and food on the table. And speaking of food on the table, we have another member back on the table.
There she is.
My internet dropped.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
Welcome to
I
the
just hate y'all. Fuck off. There we go.
It's better.
We love you. I knocked my laptop down.
I'm just trying to fill the internet with love.
Well, now taking a little bit of love away, where Reedmore saying renumbering series makes me not care anymore.
Thank you. Same.
When I see Miracleman and Ace, and the two of you are mostly reading independent stuff, and I know that Miracleman winds up reading a little bit more of the superhero and cape stuff like the rest of us.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like once something starts back with an issue number 1, yeah, you have that fear of missing out. But by issue 2 or 3, unless it turns into a situation of Null appears or Gore the God Butcher, you usually drop off and stop caring.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to derail the conversation because it's going in a nice direction here, but I did just want to point out that the always wonderful Gail Simone did post about the show, and she said, "These are nice." Oh my God, damn it! These are nice folks and a fun show.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Oh,
Thank you, Gail. Thank you so much, Gail. So happy. Anyway, back to the convo, everybody.
The fact that
big thing for a nerd. This is a big deal for nerds.
It is. I tried explaining to somebody the other week what happened last Wednesday, and explaining that, hey, we were taken down because some idiot reported us, and I don't even care because Gail Simone chimed in. And she didn't just go, hi, just wanted to say hi and show my approval. Bye. It wasn't one of those. She hung out and interacted. For people like us, that would be like if you're a race car, NASCAR fan, like Dale Earnhardt. I just pulled that out of my ass because my dad likes that shit. I don't know about NASCAR, but it'd be like if one of these kind of people just showed up to one of the things that you wind up talking about on the internet, and you go, oh my God, they're watching me. I really got to up my game. I kind of feel like I really am the worst.
Womp, womp, womp.
Show everybody my artwork.
Oh, yes.
It's really horrible.
I didn't email it to myself. So, Ace, after we wound up having that picture last week, she did this.
Oh, I saw that. That's so awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you did a great job, Ace. That's so cool.
I spent like 2 minutes on it. It's not that great.
Did you
let you know?
Did you do
our worst
instantly?
That is making the new intro. There we go. All right, But yeah, so sometimes on episodes we might decide to go ahead and do the entirety of a subject. Sometimes we just make up bullshit just so that we have an excuse to come here and show comic books and talk for
And sometimes I'm old and grumpy and I like to get my beauty sleep because I like to not think. Sorry, I have to think a lot and it hurts my brain. I want to not think. I'm sorry.
You're like changing the world.
So, lady, between you and I, the both of us, we worked all day. We wound up. My dumbass has to stay in my home right here amongst comics to do my job. Run out, come back home. It still feels like a long ass day. And guess what? Neither one of us have read a damn book today.
Yeah,
No.
It's been raining like crazy out here, so I've been any opportunity when the rain stops, I go out there and do some Uber Eats. So that's what I've been doing the last like 2 days.
I had to figure out how like this fucking potassium chloride solution goes into this like little machine that measures CO2 content from fucking incubators. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I asked YouTube and they gave me the answers. And basically I'm the electric Jesus. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to call you that, Lady Electric Jesus.
JK, no.
Electric Superman, but Jesus.
So like I work in a lab and I have to multitask. I order a lot of shit. I have to basically make sure shit doesn't explode. Yeah.
No shit.
Today my brain was a bit preoccupied. And so when I think a lot, it takes energy, and I had to interact with people, and I'm what do you call them? An introvert. So my bat's down low. I'm at like 20%.
I'm an extrovert with introverted tendencies, so those introverted tendencies usually pop up a lot.
Am I in Wuhan? No, I'm not in Wuhan. I'm in Nashville, the Wuhan of the South. No,
hey guys,
never heard of it.
Who reads comics?
Nobody.
Introvert.
You just keep buying.
Yeah, usually. Usually it's us.
So that's kind of my line, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sorry, I've been a bit of a bore, and like Rob said, I kind of came on and just like showed my little comic boobies, and now I'm leaving.
That's okay.
I'm a comic hooer.
I love your description of your comic boobies.
They are. They're hefty.
Someone's going to make a GIF of that.
I'm going to be the one to make it.
A comic bow with.
Well,
Planet Arizona. That's a good
hit
point.
me in the face.
Can you
Sorry.
be
We're not literally in person with each other, so it's like
If I was around y'all in person, I wouldn't be.
Awkward situation at first, and then we will be the best of friends.
Planet Arizona makes a very astute comment. Can you be an introvert if you're on YouTube? I would say yes. Because I think it's easier this is a way that introverted people can interact without feeling like their space is being invaded, and they feel like it's an easy out. Like, oh shit, my shit's breaking up.
Good point.
Similar to like an old comedian that wound up, kind of overdosing and everything because, crazy. You can wind up putting on some sunglasses and you can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
But I also wear this suit to prove a point. That in the job that I do as a court reporter, I get to watch a lot of people that have master's degrees, that have PhDs, and I learn real quick. Just because someone wears a suit, it doesn't mean they know what they're doing.
All right. I work with people that have like PhDs and postdocs and shit, and I wear this. Like, everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody cries. Because I think life is absolutely stupid and absurd. So there we go.
And I wear a tie representing the collar of the ownership that I am owned by the society that pays me.
Fucking A, bruh. So I'm gonna kind of get out of here. I think I may need to do like
self-promote. You want to self-promote, lady?
Self-promote.
If you want to see Lady Fantastic yawn on multiple channels, sorry.
Bad. It's been bad. I'm sorry. It's been bad. I've had a thing. It's been bad. So every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. I think this weekend we're doing it on Shortbox Padawan channel, but it's the Saturday morning cartoon crew giving you deals on comic books and telling. I'm gonna yawn again. Oh my god! Telling hella dad jokes. There's a lot of dad jokes there, but it's pretty funny. Anyways, thanks, dudes. I had fun. Thanks for having me on and tolerating me and my sassiness. I'm sorry, Miracleman, if I sassed you too much.
Oh no, you're fine.
You and your little
the sass.
More lady.
All right, I'm gonna go and mammal out.
Bye, Mama.
Bye, lady.
Thank you for being a friend. Golden girl out.
Bye, lady.
Bye, lady. And
what's up, Sean?
goodbye, lady. And goodbye, Cloris Leachman.
Oh yeah, she died.
Yeah, so did Larry King.
Yeah, not a good start to 2020.
Wait, Larry King died? Where did I miss that?
Yeah, Cloris Leachman died.
Yeah, Cloris Leachman today. Last a couple days ago was Larry King from COVID.
No fucking way.
There's a fucking way. And if y'all remember, about 2-3 weeks ago, Larry King, for like probably the first time in his life, became a viral video star on the internet because he was interviewing the character.
Danny Pudi.
Yeah, Danny Pudi, Abed from Community, playing in DuckTales, and he's asked the question. So let me do it, Larry. So Danny, what kind of luxuries do you like in your life? Well, I like socks and socks. Socks, or what's a luxury? Well, I don't know, Larry. What's a luxury to you? I don't know, like a jet plane. I'm on DuckTales, Larry.
It is a hilarious fucking video. It is a hilarious video. He's basically giving him a hard time because he names off socks and coffee and yeah, just like that. And he goes, Larry, I'm on DuckTales. I'm not going on a goddamn private jet with my DuckTales voiceover checks.
Now let me charter a jet. How much am I getting paid this season? I'd like coach, please.
Right. He ain't making that kind of bank. Not from that. Maybe Larry just assumed if you made it this far, kid, you must have some money in your pocket. I don't know. Maybe he's used to big stars. Who knows? Danny Pudi is a big star, but he's a new big star, right? Like he's in all these shows. Community was big, and he's doing another show on one of the streaming channels with the guy who plays Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Mac is the developer of basically like Worlds of Warcraft. And Danny Pudi's like the one who keeps him from doing crazy shit, if you can believe it. I didn't realize this. Danny Pudi was in that DC TV show that lasted like 3/4 of a season. So it had what's that guy? Alan Tudyk. It's
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead. Powerless.
Okay. Helen Mirren said hi to me on Instagram.
Shut up. Oh man, that's awesome.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Gail Simone came onto our show.
Right.
This woman down here. Okay, real quick. Here, let me just do it. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, Rob.
Black Lives Matter, trans rights, and Helen fucking Mirren. And where did that come from? Well, we have this person on the show. Her name is Ace, and she loves Helen Mirren so much to the point that she got me in like the first episode that she wound up being in the chat to repeat that. And I've been repeating it ever since. So go ahead, Helen Mirren, tell us your story. What's going on in Instagram?
Okay. I run like 5 Helen Mirren fan accounts with other people because I'm insane, you know. And I run a Helen Mirren website that has like all her photo shoots on it because again, I'm insane. And I tagged her in a bunch of things because like again, I'm insane. And then she just messaged me, "Hi." So I'm not freaking out. What?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic right there.
So I don't know if you've watched Cobra Kai season 3, but in that series, you wind up having the meathead that was the bully that's now the star of the show.
Right.
He meets his longtime girlfriend that he broke up with way back in like the first movies. So she writes to him on the internet, and it's basically like a short little, "Hi, it's so nice to finally see that you're alive and you're around." So what does he do? He writes a fucking novel. Just write back, "Hi back." We look less crazy that way.
Right. Although to be fair, none of us are really going to be able to do that with like, a true love like Helen Mirren.
Exactly. So what do I do?
Take a look around at this and go,
"I love you."
I liked you until I saw all that. What is wrong with you?
Don't worry, Scotty Young. I'm just a fan.
What do I do with my life now?
Fan.
I don't know if you can. If there's anything you can do, I think it's all downhill from here. Unless you move in with Helen Mirren, which I'm not saying is outside the realm of possibility.
She is bi, and she has a thing for younger women. I am 45 years younger than her.
There you go. That's a thing right there. There you go. So, hey, listen, I'm rooting for you, homegirl. I'm rooting for you. Get me Helen's Instagram. I'll add her.
Wait,
don't play with my girl Ace.
You'll get on Instagram.
for Ace and to connect with her true love, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
On there. Perfect.
That'll do it. Not the comics, nothing.
We actually have a pretty good crowd out there that watches our show. They're, by and large, 99.9% of them, they're not trolls. They're good people. There's people out there like Reborn, like Whack, like Shattered, like Fuchsia. There's so many, y'all. Like Southern, like Tacoma. You all, we should help make this happen. Rather than use the internet for evil, we should be like those people in the subreddits helping to jack up the price on GameStop. Instead, we're going to jack her up, but not like, hurting her. We're trying to hook her up with Helen Mirren. We can make it happen with
Helen Mirren.
We can make it happen. Just message her or comment on Helen Mirren.
So about 1,000 people messaged me, and can we have a conversation, Ace?
Yeah, I could imagine that. Is this Miss Ace? Yes. We need to have a talk, young lady.
The Internet Avengers, I love that whack.
Internet Avengers.
We stand for justice and getting lunch.
How about we wrap up the show real quick? But there was something that Miracleman brought up in our group chat earlier today that it was a new discovery that he made about a editor-in-chief over at Marvel. So what did you learn, Miracleman?
Did he go grab a snack?
I just passed it over to Miracleman, and he's not there.
Oh.
It sometimes happens on the news when, and tonight we lost 13 people in Dallas when a tornado ripped through, and now over to Miracleman with weather.
Thank you, Rob. They all know weather.
So the weather is not happening today. We're going to shift on over to sports with Comics on the Mind.
Anyway, sorry. So, not to derail us, But what the hell were we going to talk about tonight?
That's what I was just bringing up. In our group chat earlier today, you discovered something about a certain editor-in-chief over at Marvel Comics that was subsequent to Stan, and it's one of those things that don't meet your heroes, and if you do, don't try digging too much into their background. You might not like what you find. Go ahead.
So, everybody, if you're an OG comic person, I'm sure you're familiar with the name Roy Thomas. And Roy Thomas was editor-in-chief of Marvel for a while. Stan essentially handed the reins off. Roy Thomas is a fanboy, or was a fanboy at the time. And Stan basically handed the reins off to him. And I found out some interesting information. Now, anybody who's a longtime viewer of the show or follows me on Twitter, you will know that I am a Jack Kirby stan. Okay? I will stan Jack Kirby forever. He was my hero as a kid. He's my hero as an adult. And every time I hear another story about him, I go, God damn, I love that man. Everything from, the time he killed 4 Nazis himself to the time he chased 3 Nazis out of the lobby of Marvel Comics. Just a great guy. And, he put his weight behind a lot of things that helped push comics into a direction that gave creators more rights, more control. Speaking of the topic we originally discussed. So, when Jack Kirby says something, or said something, and I find out about it, I tend to listen to what it was. Now, this was secondhand. This obviously didn't come from Mr. Kirby. This did not. From what I hear, he was not the one to do interviews where he talks smack anyway. And was a pretty humble guy. But from what I discussed with a comic book historian today, somebody whose knowledge has always stood out to be very accurate and correct, there's a couple of reasons that Jack Kirby didn't go back to Marvel Comics in the 70s, the Bronze Age, when Roy Thomas was running it. Now, I don't know Mr. Thomas personally, but if you look back on some of this stuff, it starts to stand out. But according to what I was told today, Jack Kirby didn't go back to Marvel because he said there's no goddamn way in hell he would work for Roy Thomas. Now, could it have just been a personality thing? Possibly. But again, from what I was told, and from some of the things I've started to look at it, Jack saw a little fashy in Mr. Thomas. Saw a little something he didn't like. Saw a little something he went to Europe to fight. Now, I'm not saying that he was of that level of being extreme. But from what I was told today, it sounds like Jack stayed away because he thought Roy was not a good guy. And when you go back and look at some of these old Bronze Age Marvel comics, you'll see that there's some ads in there from companies that were a little Nazi sympathetic. And I'm gonna do a little research, get you some of those ads for the next show, just to show people, because this is something that came up not very long before the show. Didn't have a ton of time to put into it. But I did do a little bit of digging here, and unfortunately, I can't tell you what this comes from. But here's an example of, it was an Ultron 3-parter. It was from an Avengers comic. There's a black man on the street in front of Avengers Mansion, and he says, either that's the Avengers Quinjet, or I've eaten too much soul food.
Wait, what?
Well, here you go. I'm going to show you the panel. And I'm sorry, I only have it on my phone. I don't know if I can get it. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to send it to myself so we can bring it up here. But I'm going to set the panel up for you. So this is a book Roy Thomas was working on. Roy was working on the Avengers title in the Bronze Age, and he wrote this panel. They're at the Avengers Mansion. They're at the United Nations building, and the Quinjet is flying in. The Avengers Quinjet's flying in. and here we go. There we go. He basically has a scene set up where it's the camera angle and the camera angle. The panel angle is from the street. As I said, there's a black man standing on the street, and it's the Bronze Age, so Jive Turkey and Sweet Christmas were definitely, and I can see you already shaking your head there. Comics on the Mind. They were very regular pieces of dialogue in comics of the era. Here we go. Let's send this to myself real fast. And okay, send it. And he says his exact line in the comic is, let's see. Now I'm not looking at it because I was just trying to send me that. I'm sorry. Again, we're very professional operation here, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but here we go.
Just means we're getting paid, and guess what? We're not getting paid for this.
Right. Here we go. So I want you to take a look at this. Now, listen, you can't judge media by today's standards. So you can't judge media from the 70s by today's standards, or the 60s by today's standards. We can recognize that it's problematic, and it should have been problematic at the time. But I'm going to share this screen real quick. Bring this up. There it is. And we're going to do a little share of the screen. What are you all laughing at?
Read Moore's comment.
Here we go. Here's our panel. Everybody see that panel?
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, bear in mind the print press they were using was terrible, because you can see this little yellow right here. That's a little smudging right there. Anyway, so you see right here, first of all,
a brass monkey?
We're going to get to that. He says, "Holy jumping cats. Either that's an Avenger crate or I've been hitting the soul food too hard."
All right. Done.
Right.
Close the computer.
Problematic to begin with. But now let's move up here to the expounding exposition, as was the Stan Lee and Marvel way. Now, this isn't Stan. This is Roy.
My eyes went there first, honestly.
They say the New Yorkers are blasé, sophisticated, and perhaps they are. But it would take a brass monkey to be unmoved by the sight which is seen minutes later near the East River Drive. Now, I am a child of the 70s, but I was not, I didn't know the vernacular or the slang. I will say I've never heard brass monkey used in any other context in my life. And to have...
Hold on. Is it that funky monkey? Brass monkey?
That was Beastie Boys. That shit wasn't out until like 86.
Yeah. I am so confused.
Brass Monkey didn't come out till it's like their second or third album, man. That was the mid 80s. So this is way before. This is like 72. I mean, first of all, look at this dude over here with the weird ass fucking thing right there. I don't know what issue this is from. Like I said, this is the historian that I was discussing this with today. Whose name I'm not going to say because I'm going to leave them out of it. But the historian I was discussing this with today said that perhaps some of his stuff was problematic, and by today's standards, it absolutely. If I opened up a comic on the shelf today and saw that, red flags would fly all over the place.
Speaking of red flags, Ace posted in our private chat. Take a look at that. I haven't taken a look.
Yeah, I just looked at it. Holy shit! What the fuck?
So, Miracleman, is that something you want to share on the?
Oh, God damn it!
What?
Are you for real?
Fuck? Are you on the mind? Is this something that's newsworthy that you feel should be shown?
I think yes. I say yes. I'm going to share it.
Go ahead and share it. I'll put it on the screen. Because this is the time.
I know, right?
This is the kind of weird shit we have to deal with, knowing that we love comics, we love reading that, and then we find out something about a creator that we might have liked in the past, and all of a sudden we see this.
Like, can't support you no more.
Roy Thomas. The good news is you can't support Roy Thomas anymore because nobody's fucking hiring that decrepit old son of a bitch for anything anyway. But, I can respect the comics that the man's done over the years, but this is pretty extreme.
This was 2 days ago.
You guys see this, right? Everybody's seeing this.
That was from like a year ago, so it would have been right around the time he died.
Oh,
right.
okay.
George really died.
Right.
Yeah.
The right wing media certainly painted him as, like they normally do. Media has a tendency to paint victims of police violence in terms that are derogatory towards the victim. And it could be because, they rely on the police for the information. They rely on that for the access. And, just like any organization, they're going to want to make themselves look the best. ACAB, by the way. But, no matter what they say, no matter what anybody says, this isn't something you should post. This is some fucked up shit right here. This is some fucked up shit.
I agree.
So, wow.
So that was Roy Thomas. And Roy Thomas is somebody that was pretty much in charge of Marvel at the time. He was the one that would let things slide, or he would take his pen, say, go back, make these changes. And that passed. That was allowed to be published. And just as you were saying, yes, you can't go back, look at the 1970s through 2021 eyes.
Right.
But at the same time, you kind of have to wonder when you're writing this as a writer, if you're an artist drawing this and you're told this is what is likely going to be the dialogue, shouldn't that start a dialogue of, I think maybe this might not be a good idea to do. Why not? Yeah. I think you might piss off some of our readers. We have Black readers. Yes!
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So clearly, listen, if Jack Kirby thought you weren't a man worth working for, you probably weren't a man worth knowing neither. And I'll say right now, I was actually a fan. I did it. Roy, I should correct myself. Roy, you can get some stuff. Now I'm familiar with this cover. I am familiar that you just showed us.
If you want to share it, go ahead.
I mean, this is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna share it. Fuck it. I have this entire run.
It means I have to open Twitter, and that means the second I do, I will have at least 2 or 3 people go, "Hey, Rob, I have a question for you," or "Hey, do you want to buy this book?" Go away, please go away.
Yeah, I know it's cool though. So here you go. This is All-Star Squadron. I have this entire run. All-Star Squadron 36. So here's what happened. Just real quick. When Thomas left Marvel, he came over to DC, and again, this is all coming from one historian. I have no corroborating evidence. I have no background. But I'm telling you what I was told as I was told it. So take it with a grain of salt, okay? But what I was told was Roy Thomas left Marvel, came over to DC, and DC didn't fully trust him. Because he had been with Marvel for so long. He had been, he was the editor. He had a close relationship with Stan. And he jumped ship and he went to DC. And when he went to DC, they had him work on some stuff. And apparently it did not do well. It did not go over real well. It wasn't real popular. It was like traditional Superman, Batman. Not Batman, but like Superman and fucking forget who else. But it was Superman-based stuff. And if you can't write Superman at DC Comics, you probably shouldn't be at DC Comics. Let's just put it that way, particularly at the time. So what they did was they kind of took Roy and stuck him into his own little painted-in corner of the universe and basically let him do all the Earth 2 stuff. He was in charge of Infinity Inc., All-Star Squadron, Young All-Stars, Last Days of the Justice Society, Justice Society of America, Justice Society versus the United States of America, which was a little miniseries. Basically all this stuff that they were like, yeah, that's not in continuity. That's Earth 2. That's not, it's Earth 2's continuity, but it's not mainstream DC Universe. And this here is a cover to one of the books. This is actually, I believe, Commander Steel, brainwashed Commander Steel here, if I remember correctly. And this scene doesn't exactly show up in the book, but it is basically in the book. Obviously, there's not floating heads around him, but yeah. Now I will say this: a white man who, I think he's in his 70s now. So that means he would have grown up. He would have been born in probably the 40s or 50s. A white man who grew up in that period of time, attempting to tackle a black character, not an easy thing to do. To this day, a white person trying to write a black character without any external inputs or without spending time, there's obviously differences in our cultures. Even internally in America, there's differences. There's a difference between my culture here in northeastern America and my homeboy Comics on the Mind out there on the West Coast. So there's challenges there, and I can't bash the man for having troubles with those challenges. I will say he did attempt to tackle racism. While this looks bad, he does attempt to tackle the question of racism and bigotry. And, racist by 2020 standards isn't necessarily in the minds of the people of the time. Let me make sure everybody heard that. In the minds of the people at the time, wouldn't be considered racist then. Things that we would point out as racist today. You can call that woke. I don't give a shit what you call it. But basically, we're able to recognize the fact that, hey, there might be some bigotry behind this. Perhaps unintentional, but there might be some bigotry behind this. And I don't think we were always able to recognize that as readily in the early 80s. Again, not saying this cover's doing that, but definitely a challenge to write a black character as a white man at any time, but particularly, I think, what was this, 1983? So, wow, I forgot that cover, man. That's a powerful cover right there. Jesus. Now, counterpoint to this, just so everybody knows, and I don't know if it came out, but I only remember seeing the promo stuff. But Tom Taylor was going to do a digital first Injustice that went back to the JSA and All-Star Squadron, and the promo image he used was Amazing Man here kicking the shit out of a Nazi. So the character certainly gets his own in modern lore. God damn, I'm gonna stop sharing that. That's tough to look at. I'm gonna stop sharing that. Oof.
Yeah, I always felt that way back in, at least from the 80s, 90s, especially 2000s forward, anytime I see a comic book resort to using Nazis, I figured that the writers just kind of ran out of ideas for bad guys. Because if you ran out of the bad guy, you can always use a Nazi because they're always the bad guy and they're easily available. And now they're back in real life. So now you can consider to still keep using them because they never fully went away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I think that there's been writers who've used Nazis in a very effective manner. The whole hate monger storyline. Where they're trying to tackle essentially the Klan here in America. They were trying to talk about that character. Or those people through a always punch the Nazi. Right. So they're always trying to. I totally lost my train of thought. So there's people who've used Nazis in a very effective manner, like the hate monger. They did a great job explaining. Listen, this is just the same. This is just the same brand of hate. We lost hundreds of thousands of lives to, trying to defeat millions of lives worldwide, trying to defeat. And I don't know if kids necessarily picked up on that analogy, while the story was being told. But when you look back on it with adult eyes and you realize, this is what these creators were trying to say, it really does stand out. Because as everybody knows, that character hate monger ended up being fucking Adolf Hitler, man. And he basically was running around dressed like the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. As a legit supervillain in Marvel Comics. So anyway. Thanks, Planet Arizona. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can't. I feel like I was kicked in the gut, man. I feel wiped at this point. Whew.
Yeah, it's been a long episode, well, not as long as the one that went 3 hours when I said, yeah, let's wrap this up after the first hour, and we just kept going. But at least we did show that, yeah, there aren't very many freedoms that you'll wind up getting at a corporate company. Don't try and create new characters at a corporate company. You do that, you will not be seeing kickbacks, especially if it's not in your contract. If you don't know what a contract is, make sure you get a lawyer. Otherwise, on that note, how about we close out the show by saying, I don't know, what's going on in the world of Comics on the Mind?
What is going on in my world besides work? You guys, besides the show, you guys already know I do a show every Thursday called Teacher's Lounge, where we talk about teaching, comics, and everything else in between. It will be on my show tomorrow, on my channel tomorrow. So check that out. If you have not subscribed to me, hit that bell, please, so you guys can get all the goodies of the show. But besides that, why don't we have anything else planned? We'll see. Hopefully, maybe I'll pop on with somebody this week or weekend. But yeah, that's me.
And just as we're winding up, closing out the show, that's when we wind up having everybody starting to jump in right after we finish talking about Nazis is so much fun to talk about that I try and get off the subject almost goddamn immediately.
Rufo!
That's right. Rufo knows the show so well. That's rule number one. Don't die.
Jinx.
But rule 2 as well.
Don't be a dick.
Rule 3, stop sending me dick pics on Twitter. It's disgusting.
I'm sorry.
I got the same picture like 30 times while on the show. That's why I kept saying ooh a lot.
Are you for real?
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Like that.
I'll show you after.
Oh boy.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Oh, so is there anything going on in the world of Miracleman?
Well, I got the normal things going on. I'm over on Twitter. I like to bash fascists with my words. So come on by if you hate the fascists too. If you are a fascist, come on by, get bashed. Verbally, I do not support violence. I'm not a Trump supporter. So that being said, Comicsgate is a hate group made up of has-beens, never-wases, wannabes, and the type of people that have been kicked off of every message board on the internet. Yes, even those ones we're not allowed to talk about on 4chan. And if you, and last but not least, if you are on Twitter, make sure you follow our homegirl here, Ace at Unnatural Reader. My other homegirl, Eva at Eva is Adorable.
You got my wrong.
What I did? Wait, what is yours?
Reader Unnatural, not
Reader Unnatural. Gosh darn it! Make sure you follow Ace at Reader Unnatural. And you know what, guys? Buy comics, and don't just buy the big two. Branch out. Try something new. If you see an artist that you liked on a book from one of the big two, try it one over there. If you're I said verbally bash. If you're an indie reader, don't bash the big two. Go over and try one out. I guarantee there's going to be a book over there you like. I guarantee. Maybe not you, Ace, but most people, there's probably going to be a book you like. So love comics, love each other, and remember, always hit the Nazi.
And on that note, Ace, is there anything going on in your world? Anything on the internet that you're doing?
No, we got absolutely nothing going on.
Check the private chat, Miracleman.
All right. On that note, thank you all for watching. This has been a 73rd episode. Not a great one, not a horrible one, just a 73rd episode. So thank you all for watching. Whack, Hidden Gem, Read More, Miracleman, who's still in the chat with y'all. Thank you all for watching. We will be doing this show every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, like we usually do. So there you go. That's our usual time. We do it every Wednesday. We show the new books. Sometimes we have a guest. Sometimes we just show new stuff and shoot the shit afterwards, because this is just a way for us to get together on a Wednesday and talk about what we picked up and read. And guess what? We haven't been reading a lot lately. So if you need to pick up more books because you have a problem like we do, and you need more books on top of more books, you can check out my comic book shop. It's not mine. I take two. His name is John Freshly. He runs Miami Fresh Comics. You can find that over on Instagram. He does weekly, bi-weekly sales. Usually you can find him doing an 11 a.m. Sale on Instagram. Usually claim sales, and it would just be stuff like this where you just go, I want that, pull that. Can I? What's the condition? It's like, fuck, you just put that away. Do you want it? Like, yeah, okay, then that's fine. That's who you go to. All right. Otherwise, we will be seeing you next week, where I guess next week will be, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. We were discussing a topic earlier that I was like, oh my God, yes, we should definitely do that. The Roy Thomas stuff. But we'll save that for next week.
I think next week we should all go around and say what we love about each other.
Oh, that would be nice.
I mean,
I'm down with that.
Sure. I don't know if it makes compelling viewing for our
It
viewers,
does.
but I mean, I'm down.
Everybody loves a good, solid friendship.
that's true. That's true.
Well, I love you all. I'm so glad that you come out every Wednesday. I'm so glad that you're alive in this world today. I'm so glad that you read comics. It might not be the same ones that I read. It might be the same ones I read. I'm just glad that you all like the same hobby I do, so we can finally talk, that we have somebody to talk with about the stuff that we love so much. That has been our show tonight. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to go read some comics now.
Love you all. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Rob Wurst, Lady Fantastic, Miracleman, and Comics on the Mind will be back next week. Same time, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Not Near Mint.
Who is that dude with the beard?
Wait, what? What?